Hello and welcome to Oboe Winfrey. Last week I had the chance to catch up with Catherine Barnicott, who is the Education and Outreach Manager with the Irish Chamber Orchestra. Catherine runs the Sing Out with Strings programme, which provides children in regeneration areas of Limerick with opportunities to learn musical instruments and play in ensembles. Catherine, the first thing I want to ask you is how have things been with Sing Out with Strings since we last spoke? I think it was just before Christmas, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's right, Matthew. Yeah, so just before Christmas, we were restrictions were easing and we were starting to do kind of in person and kind of small group with restrictions, kind of rehearsals. And then, of course, at Christmas in January, the lockdowns came back in. So it's been really busy. We have an amazing team and I can't praise them highly enough. The teachers on the ground have been phenomenal this year. They worked so hard in pivoting things online and offline and all the cleaning that's implemented in the schools. So we have Yuki, Anina, Maria, Ivan, Alona and Eva on the ground in the schools, and they had to kind of bring everything off in the schools, and we were doing a lot of online teaching, so we went back to Zoom teaching. So all our teachers taught a lot of children who were in the orchestra who had instruments at home. We made more instruments available. They had individual Zoom lessons, and actually this has been kind of really nice takeaway from all the strangeness of this year, because kids have done amazingly well on these individual Zoom lessons. I mean, it's not ideal, obviously individual is kind of preferred, but to have that time, that kind of dedicated time with a student and with their family, like their families got to see what the kids were doing and how the lessons were going, and we've had amazing feedback about the kind of the sense of normalcy, that it was really an amazing thing, and that has really come to the surface for us, and parents have been really overwhelmed by what it's done for the kids, and we've seen the kids kind of progress enormously with this individual attention as well. So that's been really nice, something that we like to think about how we can continue that in the year coming up. So the children have been working really super hard as well, and kind of keeping up with their violin and cello and their ensemble work and everything with the class teachers. So we're ever so grateful for the welcome that we've had in the schools, and the schools have been so positive and really welcomes back and pleased, because the kids haven't had a lot else to do. They haven't been able to go out or go anywhere or do performances elsewhere or visits, and it's just kind of given a real kind of injection of energy and focus for the schools as well. So it's been amazing. So it's been like a super busy time for us, actually.
It sounds incredible.
It sounds incredibly busy. Yeah. In fact, we've kind of picked up just before lockdown, we were doing we do our big gala projects. As you might know, Matthew, we usually just at the end of June or the beginning of June, we're usually in the University Concert Hall with all 300 children and the Irish Chamber Orchestra, but of course we can't do that this year. So the children had written themselves and arranged with the Irish Chamber Orchestra a whole suite of songs around the Dinosaurs Don't Draw book. So that was before the first lockdown. So we've kind of gone back and we've chosen 4 of those, with the help of the amazing Jean McGlynn, who's done kind of drama because we can't sing in the schools. And then with the help of the fantastic Dominic Kashitsky, we recorded all the kids singing in the yard at a distance in their pods, and an immense amount of organisation. So that's going to be put together now, and that's been recorded separately by the Irish Chamber Orchestra, and then that's a sound engineer and Dominic are going to kind of put that together, and that film will be coming out at the end of July, at the beginning of August, but some really amazing stuff there.
I notice you talking quite a lot about this idea of the Zoom lessons and how bringing music into the home and bringing instruments into the home, and also then the excitement of the children having music again back in school and working on all of these projects. Do you notice any kind of behavioural or kind of developmental benefits that the children get from all of this music?
Well, I do notice that maybe there are things listening and teamwork. So we do individual classes, which is very nice. You get to give a lot of attention to children and they get to express themselves and work on kind of coordinating things and getting something really, trying again, and but in a really positive way. You're kind of like a cheerleader when you're doing that. You can do it, you can do it. And over a very long period of time, I have noticed the progress and the confidence blossoming all the way from, say, the 4-year-olds in kind of almost preschool and in junior infants, all the way up to now we've got 16 and 17-year-olds, and they're playing us phenomenal. And we've just done a recent collaboration with Irish Aerial Creation Centre and Limrockers Crew, and with our older kids with the ICOYO, and I went along when they were doing kind of some remote recording, and the children there, the older children, they didn't need me there. I was just there as a kind of just in case, and they were rehearsing together and telling each other, oh, I think that should sound like that and that should sound like this, and taking it on in their own way, and just improvising and composing, and they're just really excited to be playing, and the sound they're making and what they're producing is amazing. Like, it's way beyond what I thought would be going on at this stage, and they just amaze me. And they're, some of them are thinking of doing music as a career, or wanting to keep it going once they've left school as well. So it's that sense of teamwork and a sense of belonging to, this is your tribe. And with music, it's amazing because they were working with hip hoppers, and the hip hoppers were showing them things on their phones saying, oh, we worked with a classical violinist and we're doing this. And so there are all these pathways into these kind of really cool and amazing different worlds that you're a part of because you play music. And I think that the older children are now discovering that, oh, we're really skilled, like we can do this, and they have something that's super valuable and that people really want to share it with as well. And the younger kids are just kind of having fun, and which is what we want, and kind of working out that all that work that they're putting in, which isn't always easy, to be honest. And that's our job as well, is to kind of like keep them going on that trajectory, because we can see where they're going and they're kind of in the middle of kind of working on everything. So we're keeping them going. And if I'm thinking in my mind in particular of a couple of classes of the 5th classes, and we're going to be putting online their kind of sharing of what they've been doing this year, and they've been in and out of school, but you can just see the focus, and they're kind of on that in-betweeny stage of kind of making everything work, and then you can see it's really flying for a lot of them. They're playing tunes, and they did the Wellerman, which has been a big TikTok hit over the year, and that they're playing something that they really love and that they're really proud of, and you can see that kind of pride welling up in them, and as a big group as well. So playing as a big group is really nice, and some kids just love playing the double bass, and they've got a really amazing groove. It's like having an extra teacher in the class, actually, with a few of the kids that just keep that beat going, and they just found that that's their thing, and then other kids kind of really soaring out on all these melodies that they've achieved themselves through hard work. And let's face it, Matthew, as well, it is really hard work. I'm not pretending it's anything else. So it's really amazing to see what they're achieving.
Catherine, it's always so lovely to hear about Sing Out with Strings, and I love hearing about how it really impacts the children, their confidence, their creativity.
Yeah.
Perhaps you'll come back in September for a chat once the holidays are over, and that we know a little bit more about what's going to start happening.
Yeah, no, that'd be amazing. When we see when the sands have stopped shifting, or when they've shifted somewhere, then we can set our sights, and we'll tell you all about it, Matthew. We'll tell you all about it.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Catherine.
Thank you. Thanks, Matthew. Thanks, everyone.